I would like to apologise. I was supposed to have a video up after the Betty performance, but my sister got the flu, and then I got the flu, and I'm still a bit ill, but ultimately I'm better. So, shortness of breath and a cough. Okay, but yeah, I'm better. So just pretend that this is right after the Betty performance, and we're all excited still. Well, we should all still be excited because it was a moment in history. But here we are. So prior to the Betty performance, obviously we know that she was pushing Betty to country radio, and obviously bad stuff came from that. But yeah, so she was really pushing Betty there, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm going to perform Betty at the what was it again? Was it ACMs? Something like that, country bitch." Um, and what a choice to make. And then like on the caption of it, she was like, "Oh, I showed up at your party" or something like that. I'm gonna show so you know, and she did it a few times, like saying things like that a few times, like on different tweets and stuff. So it's just sort of being like, "I am James, by the way." Obviously, that could be looking into things too hard, but that's how we're looking at it because it's true, because we know she's James, and basically just confirming that it was, James is not a boy. And also the decision to really push Betty is a very interesting choice, because after the performance as well, she released the Showed Up at Your Party chapter, and then she released the live version of Betty on Vivo and everything. So she was pushing Betty. She's like, I want people to hear this song, that if you don't know the background story of it, you're going to be like, wait, is Taylor gay? She's choosing to do that, which is interesting, I think. And, you know, obviously Cardigan was like the first song she released, and like that's a bit like she could have sung Cardigan. Do you know what I mean? She didn't need to perform at the ACs. She did. She was like, I'm gonna sing Betty, bitch. And her singing at the country show that she hadn't performed at in 7 years is also very telling, because a lot of speculation about folklore is like her going sort of back to her roots in the way she sort of told storytelling. Wait, what? The way she used to storytell, and things being similar to her sort of unreleased stuff and first album, sort of being like I'm going back and doing it the way I wanted to do, without pronouns, well, with female pronouns, and not forcing, a male, you know what I'm saying. So it's very interesting, and obviously with the whole Scott thing and that, it's sort of also being like I still got it, bitch. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The actual performance itself. Oh, ha ha. Gay outfit, gay hair. Her hair at the moment is fucking hurting me physically, emotionally. Any way that you can be hurt is hurting me. It's so cute, the little fucking bang shit, man. And it's just, she's just so cute and gay, and oh. Anyway. Yeah, so look gay. She brought back the rainbow guitar strings from fucking the, what was it? It was that LGBT coalition thing that she did, and when she formed Delicate and Hayley Kiyoko was there, that thing. Rainbows in the background as the song starts. I sounded like I had a lisp then. Alright. Just the overall attitude of her singing the song was like, I know what you're thinking, and you're right. Like, I know you think this is gay, because it is. And like, just the it was very similar to the Riptide cover, like just her being really happy and smug, and it's just like she's finally singing with female pronouns, and she's like, like, oh, it was just like her looking at us being like, I know that you know. And it was just like fucking, oh, gorgeous. I just, wow. And I tweeted, I was like, it's like she's finally gonna sing like, you know, female pronouns without like having to slip them in. So like the, you know, I want her midnights and she never loved me. Like she's just doing it confidently, and she was confident. The way she performed, like there was just an energy about it. Like you know what I mean. Like you know what I mean. It was just like wow, yeah. Not that she's like overly, you know, important to the situation, but Wendy Williams was talking about it, and the way she was being very sort of sarcastic, being like from a teenage boy perspective. So basically, and she previously covered Kissgate, so she knows the deal, but also, you know, wouldn't look too much into that. Just saying. Cardigan voice memo came out, so like the original lyrics and, you know, whatever, and it. We're back to the fucking secrecy, like pining, fucking birdcage shit. Hello, stop fucking linking songs to fucking Reputation and shit. Because I know you're making it obvious, Taylor, if you don't want to come out. If it's obvious you're singing about Carly, stop it, but carry on. But yeah, just confirmed even more how gay it was. Like, links to fucking... What's the line? It was like... Mad. Something about... Lost their minds. Something... I can't remember what it is right now. But, like... You're in love links, bitch. It's so clear that she changed the song. The Peter leaving Wendy. It's so clear that there was not this love triangle thing. She's fucking just been like, no, oh, how can I disguise this, bitch? It's obvious. Like, that looked weird anyway. But, like, she's literally been singing about the same shit, same relationship for, like, fucking ever. Like... And it's clearly not Joe. Like, it's just not. It's stressing me out because it's so obvious. Like, folklore is the most obvious fucking thing. Like, if you know the context behind it, literally you don't even need to analyse it. It's literally just about the whole Carly situation with a dash of fucking Scott and Scooter in it. It's stressing me out, guys. Because it's so obvious at this point and people still aren't seeing it. And I'm like, please open your eyes. Please. I was getting attacked the other day on a video. And I'm like, okay, I'm not... Apparently I was fetishising Taylor and... Sorry, borderline. Don't want to misquote. And I'm toxic as well. I'm not being funny. How am I supposed to see this shit and not pick up on it? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you don't see it at this point, you're just, like, literally willfully being blind. Like, I'm sorry. It's... And... Like, it's not like a shipping thing. Like, it's not. I don't... Like... I want Taylor to be happy. And if Taylor and Carly are together... or whatever, I want them to be happy because I know their situation. I don't ship them. Like, and if you do, obviously that's fine. But, like, I think shipping real people is kind of weird, for me personally. Like, I don't read fanfiction about them, but if you do, that's fine. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. Like, it's not a shipping thing for me. It's literally just like I see that's gay. And that's it. I'm not weird. And yes, I've made many videos on it. I'm not obsessed. People wanted me to, and I wanted to make people happy, and I like talking about it, so there we go. I don't know why I'm addressing this, it just pissed me off, so I'm talking about it, okay? There's been more viral Gayla tweets, again, like sort of videos, sort of similar to like the TikToks that went viral. It just keeps happening, because people know, bitch. People know. Like, at this point, it's common knowledge. Do you know what I mean? Which is great. It was the 28th. If my voice goes one more time, it was the 28th of September, which, you know, Toes believe is their anniversary. Luckily, I didn't see anything too cringe. That was great. But Taylor Swift's gay party trended in some areas, which is fun. So I got a message on Tumblr the other day. I don't know if they want me to say their name. So I'm gonna say it fast. Kissing my ass. That sounded like I said kissing my ass. That's not what I said. But basically it was like talk about sort of links to like older albums from folklore, which there's lots. So Taylor said that Lover was like a reflective album, and you can see that she's sort of, like Cornelia Street and stuff, and It's Nice to Have a Friend, which fit perfectly in with folklore in terms of themes. Um, but this album is a lot more reflective, not so much on previous albums, but on the themes of the album. So like, you got all like Seven, um, and like James and all that.
Not me calling Betty James.
Can be linked very much to like Debut and previous unreleased songs. So it's very much similar to our song, like the whole like porch shit. Just like the like porch shit, like scream my name and all that. So like Come In With The Rain, I think is very similar and stuff like that. And I think what she's doing is she's going back to what she was sort of singing about on her like first few albums. But in her first few albums, she was forced to sort of put pronouns in, and change certain things about songs. So I think the theory that she's sort of changing, like, so like the first sort of albums were very like fairy tale, and so you've got like Enchanted and like just sort of Fearless and all that. It was very like fairy tale sort of stuff, like it was all love story and stuff like that. And but now folklore, it's a similar thing, but folklore is sort of things change, like looking back and how things get passed down changes. So I feel like her early songs were like very, what's the word, like I what's the word, oh, I'm trying to make a point, this is why I shouldn't be allowed to speak. What is the word, lads? Like idolized, like what you want something to be, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And folklore's sort of the truth of it, I suppose. Like, it's very depressing in reality. So I think it's sort of like her showing the growth in like her songwriting and in who she is as a person, and the fact that she's sort of going back and being like, I wanted to make it gay then, I'm making it gay now. Particularly with like Seven, strong links to like Me and Britney, Mary's song in a way. Just literally, if you listen to the first album, like, you'll just see it. Like, it's literally the same subject matter. Like, she's literally talking about the same stuff, just now in folklore. The songwriting's a lot stronger, and it's in a more reflective way, obviously, because she was young back then, and now she's talking about it on a, she's reflecting on it. And there was a theory going around about like Love Story being like sort of a similar story to Betty, which, if you look at it, there is a lot of parallels to it. I'll put the theory in here, and you can. To go back to the Betty performance, there was also articles afterwards, like one article was like calling it a non-queer love song, like white. I think that was from Vulture, so it's sort of like a sarcasm thing there, because they always write about Teddy being gay. And then there was an article that used they pronouns for James, so that was done on purpose. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's bringing up it's not necessarily from a male point of view, basically. And an early song called Angelina. Just look at the lyrics. Look at the lyrics. Like, it's even so obvious from like the early albums how, she's saying like, this love is forbidden. Like, oh, I'm different. Like on the outside, like the outside is very similar to Mirrorball to me in terms of like, just like thematically. It's like she's always been. She literally always. It's not like a recent thing, like obviously, but like it's just literally been from the start. Like if you look, like it's so obvious. Like singing about like not fitting in and stuff, and like she could have got bullied or whatever, but like she was like a white blonde girl who was pretty. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know? Yes. Like, why are you so different? Do you know what I mean? Like, come on. So yeah, like, and she's still singing about that, like now, like literally, as I said, like with Mirrorball and stuff, and more on the pronoun thing, like, like she was forced to add like Drew in Teardrops in My Guitar. Originally, it was just you. There was no name. Like she's been using like ways to sort of sing from a male perspective for years, like in Love Story, in Mine. Literally, she's been doing it for years, and it's just. I feel like Betty's like a. No, it was gay this entire time, actually. Do you know what I mean? So. Other like unreleased songs. So you've got Sweet Tea and God's Grace is very, very similar to Seven. So really, if you just look back, it's just she's reflecting on it, but in a gay way, as she should. It's very interesting, and obviously I think it comes from both the gay way and like a sort of dig at Scott, and maybe just a reflection on her career and herself, because obviously she started in country, and I think she's sort of paying homage to that and the growth that she's taken from that. Yeah, and like A Place in This World, Mirrorball. Do you know what I mean? Like there's just lots. It's just lots. I also think the so many references to like movies and stuff. I think it's more like to do with like capturing a memory and just being reflective, because like films go hand in hand with memories, like at least for me. Like I see a film and like I associate it with things that maybe happened to me at the time that I saw the film and stuff like that. And I think it's just another analogy for her talking about memories and being reflective and stuff. Just a little songwriting thing I think she picked up. I don't know, how like people use like similar sort of things in songs. I think she was like, oh, I like this, and just kept doing it. The Betty merch that came out as well. There's one where where it's like carved on the tree. The J and the B do look like a T and a K. Usually I ignore this shit because I'm like, probably doesn't mean anything. But it does look like a T and a K. It does look like a T and a K. So have that. Also, someone wanted me to talk about Invisible String, and like, obviously on the surface you'd be like, this is about Joe, but it's very over the top, and there's more things in life that link Taylor and Cardi together than Joe ever did. Why is she talking about a yogurt shop that wasn't even open and had teal shirts when Joe worked there? Like, it didn't open until like it doesn't make sense. It's just a bit like, I'm gonna put this in. Do you know what I mean? But overall, I think Folklore's so gay, you don't even really need to dig into it and defend it. But like, obviously, if you want to go into Invisible String stuff with Carly and Taylor, You know, you've got the James Taylor and Carly Simon thing. Fucking how like so many people were like, oh, they should meet before they met. What else happened? The thread of gold that gold has always been the symbolism for Carly in her songs. So if you want to link it to that, link it to that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think any of the songs are about Joe unless it's like peace. That some people have the friendship side of it for him. But I think the album's so just obviously about Carly, as I said. Like, you just don't even need to. Do you know what I mean? It's just obvious. And obviously, Folklore's not completely linked to the earlier albums, and I'm just saying that there are parallels, and there's parallels to like I literally just said reputation. I was gonna say reputation. But that's just because she's singing about the same person, so there's obviously going to be links. I'm not articulate at all. Like, I've been planning trying to say this in my head for like 4 days, and it sounded so much better in my head, but when I actually come to say it just doesn't make sense. But I will literally post my notes so you can at least see what I'm trying to say. But if anyone like has any like links to like theories or their own theories or anything, like linking to previous albums or just in general about Folklore, either you can DM me or comment or whatever, whatever makes you feel better, Twitter, Tumblr, whatever, Instagram, I want everything. Maybe I could do a video where it's like everyone gives me a theory, everyone posting them, and then we just have a little chat through them. Do you know what I mean? We could do that if that's interesting. I don't know. But I tried. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I tried.